Today's movie is very hard to defend. I'm talking about the 1989 Jetsons the movie. The Jetsons was a 60s TV show by Hanna-Barbera about a family living in the future. In the 80s the show had a renaissance as 51 new episodes, 3 movies and a theme park ride were produced. I am a big Jetsons fan, but even I had a hard time getting into the theatrical movie. Why? Because you can hardly call it a movie, especially if you watch a movie for a plot. The film is 1 hour 20 minutes long. Very little happens during all that time. The factory George works at is sabotaged by some mysterious creatures, whom the family meets in the climax, and they work things out. Aside from that, the whole movie is nothing but filler, like random musical numbers. Another disappointing part is the climax. The movie was produced at the same time as The Little Mermaid, which has one of the best animated climaxes ever. What is the climax here? George doing some silly stuff to stop his mean boss. So this movie is basically a regular 20-minute Jetsons episode extended to absurd length. To make things worse, this movie was directed by 2 of the greatest cartoon directors, Joseph Barbera and William Hanna. They directed such classics as the original versions of Tom and Jerry, Flintstones, Yogi Bear and Scooby-Doo. Of course they directed the original Jetsons episodes as well, but they were in their 50s back then and they were around 80 when they made this movie. However, even after this film they directed some good stuff, namely 2 Flintstones movies, some episodes of What a Cartoon and the final theatrical Tom and Jerry short. So, my advice is, don't view this film as a regular movie, view it as a special episode of the TV show. That will make things a lot easier for you. The TV show had solid comedic writing and had many jokes adults could appreciate more than children. For example, one episode had Astro chasing a female dog. The episode ends like this.
Why, Miss Gyro? Well, you're full of surprises.
6 surprises, to be exact.
Another episode ends with George and Jane on their second honeymoon.
Oh, Janie, you're needed in here.
Thanks again, Flash.
In comparison, the theatrical movie feels dumbed down strictly for kids. Both the jokes and the voice acting feel tame compared to the show. In fact, you can trace back the problem to the opening. In the show's opening, Jane takes George's whole wallet to go shopping, which is a joke married men can laugh at. In the movie, Jane gives George a kiss instead, which makes little kids feel warm but everybody else not really interested. The most interesting part of the movie is probably the animation itself. It's very well done, especially compared to the TV show. Some scenes were animated by Glenn Kennedy in his usual bouncy style, which you may know from a pup named Scooby-Doo. By the way, this particular Scooby episode was also directed by William Hanna himself, 1 year before the Jetsons movie. The other interesting part is that both George's and Mr. Spatoli's voice actor died during production, making this the last role of the legendary Mel Blanc. So I only recommend this movie to people who liked the original show as much as this guy.
Oh, Elroy Jetson, yes! Elroy Jetson. I mean, cute, precocious. You just wanted to slap him, he was so cute.
Everybody else will probably feel like this.
Jane! Get me off this crazy thing!
Hopefully the actual future will be a lot more exciting than how this movie turned out to be.